Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to Astral, another transit video. This is for Mercury. I actually started recording and I picked the first card, but then I realized that I should have given you little more context about the play between Saturn and Mercury before getting into the tarot. So Mercury usually moves very fast, doesn't stay in one sign for very long, but this transit is going to be very long from 29th December 2021 to 6th March 2022. Pretty long. Usually that doesn't happen, and the reason why it stay very long because Mercury would start retrograding in between Capricorn on 14th of January and would move back within the boundaries of Capricorn and then again start its journey uh, in Capricorn and would finally exit Capricorn only on 6th March 2022. And now I'm talking about sidereal Capricorn, sidereal zodiac. And Saturn is going to be there when Mercury enters there. Mercury is quite friendly with Saturn and it's quite comfortable in this sign of Scorpio. Only thing is that Mercury is like, if you see the relationship between Saturn and Mercury, it is like a child and grandfather kind of energy. Saturn being uh, the grandfather and Mercury being a prince or child who is quite intelligent, who is quite convincingly communicate things, but then comes the grandfather who has seen a whole lot of things that Mercury still has to see, that experience. So it's almost like learning phase for Mercury, and that's where I'm going to see what kind of learnings that Mercury is getting with Saturn in this transit. Wherever Capricorn is in your sidereal zodiac, so mostly you will have to take 23 degrees backward, and by now I know most of you understand wherever Capricorn is in your sidereal zodiac also, because there are a lot of tarot card readers and astrologers who talk about sidereal zodiac. Or if you are not aware of where Capricorn is located, just Google it on a sidereal software where or a website which gives you sidereal output. You give in your birth details and you will have your sidereal chart and see which house is Capricorn, and then that's where the most learning is going to happen. So the very first card was Eight of Cups. Moving on, it was like the very first lesson that Saturn is going to teach is that don't get too emotional with your aspirations. You have your aspirations, that is good, put it on the side, write it on a sticky note, put it on the wall, that these are my aspirations and I want them to get fulfilled as soon as possible, and leave it there. Don't start worrying about it, don't start getting obsessed about it, and start working. Saturn's all about putting in hard work. And then is the card of strength, which is saying that yes, you are being guided by the supernatural. Behind you is a whole army of planets, constellations, stars, all of them are influencing you to fulfill your ambition. It's not that you are left alone, but take charge of the things. Ultimately, the army of supporters who are behind you, they will only be able to support you if you start walking on the path. If you just write your ambition on a piece of paper and just uh, stand still there and you don't start walking on the path, This army is helpless. This army cannot help you. So take that control in your life and start moving forward, and suddenly you will be able to see the bigger picture, how the whole plan is designed to help you to achieve your ambition. You will be able to see that whole picture. But standing at the starting point, you really cannot see the big picture. You have to start walking the path, and suddenly the blueprint will emerge in front of you. Then we have the Blossom card with New Vitality. This is interesting because with the Saturn energy, I would not associate the Blossom card or the Judge. Of course, with Saturn, that if you see the traditional tarot, the Judgment card goes hand in hand. But with this set of cards, I would not see the Blossom energy. But then, yes, the what the cards are telling here is that Mercury, you are the most lovely child, grandchild that Saturn has. So Saturn will allow you to do your experiments. Saturn will allow you to take the lead and do everything with your own convenience, with your own pace, so that you blossom and you become the king that you want to be in future. And that's where you would have new opportunities. But somewhere Saturn would also show you who you are, will show you the roots. Somewhere when you are too carried away with all the possibilities of future, and with all the because when you try and when you experiment, you would get a lot of opportunities, and you will have a lot of ideas, you will have a lot of power also this time around in this transit. But when you are getting a little blind with that power, there is a mirror that will show you where you come from, where your shadow actually belongs, and you should not go overboard. That's where Saturn is giving you a bit of boundary settings. But then you are free to manifest everything that you want without going overboard, without going in a way where you start stepping on others' destiny. Then we have the Nurture card and the Six of Cups, Simply Love. What the transit is going to bring you is the ability to manifest whatever you want with a lot of creativity, because somewhere you are getting blessed during this time to see through the brighter and the first of all, let me break into two parts here. First of all, they're saying that you would see the potential what you can become. You have that uh, great blueprint right now to see what you can become, and you have that earthy feeling around you, which keeps you constantly grounded, which keeps you constantly uh, very true to yourself, because of the past experiences that you had, because the past experiences were of being very shallow, either from your side or from others side, and which didn't work out for you, which didn't give you that enough power, which did not give you enough space to spread your roots inside the earth element, and that's where you were totally lost. And with that experience from the past, they are saying that you are now very much able to see where things are moving for you, and you are imagining a lot about your future, but you are also not getting too obsessed about your future. You are taking everything in a very realistic way. Like, yes, this is what I have to achieve, but this is what is possible right now. Let me take that first step. And then from there, if I have to take a leap of faith and cross two steps in one go, I'll do that, but I'll do a very calculated move when I'm very sure. Otherwise, I'll simply take the next step, a small step forward, and I'll continue to keep taking small steps forward till I get the confidence or till I can see it's safe to take a leap of faith and jump through few steps. And when you get that confidence, you will change your focus and you would take that leap of faith, and you will find your joy and stability. And by the time uh, Mercury comes out of Capricorn and moves into Aquarius, I see that you would find that success, you would find that stability. So somewhere in beginning of March or middle of March, you would find a lot of success, lot of growth. But throughout this journey, it would be a great understanding for you about your own self, what are your possibilities, and how you can move forward. So that's your reading about Mercury transit in Capricorn from 29th of December 2021 to 6th March 2022. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to have a personal reading with me, visit my website astralluck.com. And if you want to have any other kind of conversation with me, you can contact me through the contact us page on my website astralluck.com. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share. Until next time, bye bye and namaste.